What's up, y'all? In this video, I'm going to convince you why you should give Summerville, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, and the surrounding areas a look. If you don't like the state you're living in anymore and you're considering a different state, why you should look at South Carolina and why you should look at Charleston, Summerville, and the surrounding areas. Come with me. All right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Dave Broom. I'm a local realtor in the Charleston, South Carolina, and surrounding areas. My wife and I and our 4 kids moved down here from Buffalo, New York. We didn't like the state we were living in anymore. Maybe a little similar situation as you. And we decided to explore a different state. And we had come to South Carolina a couple times. I actually officiated my cousin's wedding in the Charleston area. That's a whole different story. But we fell in love with the area. We loved Charleston. And we came down and visited. We visited the Charleston surrounding areas. And we came across Summerville and absolutely fell in love with Summerville, everything it has to offer. And we ended up moving down here. We ended up taking the plunge and we couldn't be happier. And I do these videos to inform people, to give them visuals, to show them the area, to show them the real estate, talk about the market, and talk about what it's really like living down here. So if you get value from this video, make sure that you like the video, you subscribe to my channel, and you also hit the notification bell so that you know when new videos are hitting the channel, you come check them out. And to be honest with you, my team and I are getting calls, texts, emails every single day from people like me, almost 3 years ago now, like you coming across this video and not liking the state they live in anymore. They want to explore a different, better place, better weather. We're going to get into some other things, but the weather down here, they end up reaching out. They either give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I get back to them promptly and we explore, talk about what they're looking for, and if Charleston, Summerville, the surrounding areas would be a good fit. So if that's you, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I am very responsive. Email is the one I'm a little slower at once in a while, but if you text me, I will get back to you if you email me, but if you text me or call me, I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible, and it is me getting back to you. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to get the process started and just talk with you about what it's like moving down here. It's a big decision, I get it, but let's explore the options. All right, so one of my New Year's resolutions is to inform people as much as possible about the Summerville area, especially if they're living in the north and living in a state they don't like anymore. Like we were living in Buffalo, New York. We liked living by our family, having the kids by their grandparents, but we didn't like much that New York had to offer. We hated the winters. The kids were stuck inside all the time. We hated the high property taxes where you can't afford anything. It's hard to afford a big house. It's hard to find anything under a certain price because the property taxes are so high. For example, we live in a house that's about 2,800 square feet down here, and the property taxes are around $2,200 a year down here. If you had this house in the Buffalo area, you're talking anywhere from $9,000 to $15,000 in taxes, which really hampers or puts a damper on what you can afford. You can't afford a big house up there because the property taxes are so high on bigger houses, and you're paying an extra $1,000 a month towards taxes. You can't afford anything unless you have a extremely high paying job. You're getting a smaller house that you really don't like. The styles of houses up there are a little different because of the cold weather, and it's just a different feel. The vibe down in the South Carolina area, you got golf carts, you got weather that's nice basically 10 months out of the year. You got beaches that you live close to. There's outdoor restaurants. It's just a whole different vibe, whole different feel to it that makes it much more desirable to live as a family. I mean, I coach flag football, and my son was just playing, and it was in December and it was 70 degrees. I was getting too warm. So it's different. The feel is different. You're able to do outdoor activities more. It's just a totally different feel. And the property taxes are the big thing that get you, because down here, you're paying an extra $200 a month at most sometimes, and up in a lot of the northern states, New York has high taxes, Connecticut has high taxes, Pennsylvania even has higher taxes than down here. I was saying it was the 5th lowest. I think I did research and it's the 7th lowest state. I know it's in the top 10 of lowest property tax states in the United States, and it just allows you to afford a lot more house. Another advantage of living in the Summerville, Charleston area is that you are close to a cool city like Charleston. And Charleston isn't like other cities. If you've been to New York City, a lot of people can be mean to each other. There's a lot of traffic. If you don't go right away at the lights, you're getting beeped at in 2 seconds. Charleston is not a super busy city. I go down there on date nights with my wife, and you can walk around the city. There's not a ton of traffic. People are polite down there. They're not yelling at each other. So, like in the South, it's a little bit different. People are a little bit more polite, a little bit more slow paced, and there's more of a laid back lifestyle. And Charleston really embodies this. And you also have a bunch of the history. There's historic buildings. There's the carriage rides that you can take down there. I think there's ghost tours actually, and there's just a lot of history. If you watch the Outer Banks at all, that a lot of the history with Blackbeard. There's a lot of history with a lot of the wars as well, the Civil War, the Revolutionary War. A lot of history down here that it's got a historic charm to it. A lot of nice restaurants, a lot of things to do, and just more of a laid-back city that you live by. Really good for going out to eat, going on date nights, taking your kids down there. They have a lot of stuff to do during the holidays and that. It's just a great city to live by because of all the charm. All right, a real hidden benefit of living in the Summerville area is being able to meet people. We moved down here almost 3 years ago, like I said, and we were nervous that we weren't going to meet people. Our kids weren't going to meet people. Let me fix my head. And that was not the case. We moved into Cane Bay, which is a master plan community. There's a few others in the Summerville area, and they set up these neighborhoods for people who move down here and for them to be able to meet people easily. They have food truck days. In our neighborhood, it's Food Truck Friday, where you can go up to the pool area, the HOA area, and get some food at the food truck and meet people. They also have pools in every neighborhood. You go to the pool a lot, you end up talking to people, you end up meeting people. There's HOA spaces in the back of houses like ours there is, and kids go out there and play all the time. It's an easy way to meet people. Our kids have met so many friends down here, and a lot of people in these master plan communities have moved from other places, so they're in the same boat as you. They've moved. They are looking to meet other people. So it makes it extremely nice to meet other people, meet friends, kind of plant your roots down here and get to know other people and meet friends and enjoy each other's company. And something that's different in the South than was in the North is a lot of people like hosting. There's a lot of people that host down here. You can host and have people outside. Where in the North, that's not as big of a thing because the weather is cold and everyone kind of goes in the house and hibernates in the winter. Where down here, it's nice out. You have people over, you barbecue, you have trampoline in your backyard, a lot of things to do. So that's a big difference, is the hosting, the hospitality down here is a lot different than the North. All right, the final thing I'll touch upon in this video is the golf carts. We live in a golf cart community. There's golf cart trails. Like I said, I live in Cane Bay. There's golf cart trails on the side of the roads. You can take your golf cart to different neighborhoods. You can take your golf cart from anywhere in Cane Bay to the Publix. There's a whole shopping area. There's Publix, Buffalo Wild Wings. There is Chick-fil-A. There is Starbucks. So if you're feeling a little bored on a Saturday, or you just want to get out and do some stuff, you can take your golf cart. Golf cart rides with your kids as well. My daughter loves getting around. I know in the previous video she talked a little bit about the golf cart rides, but a lot of them have speakers and music. You can play music on them through Bluetooth and that, and it's a great experience. It's a great time to spend with your kids, spend as a family, bonding, just driving around on the golf cart. Especially the weather's so nice down here, but also the convenience of, so we only have one vehicle at the time. And being able to get to the grocery store, like if my wife's out doing stuff, getting to the grocery store, being able to go out to a couple restaurants. There's a Mexican restaurant, there is Buffalo Wild Wings. They're also bringing a bunch of restaurants here, to be able to access them on the golf cart and have that as a vehicle is a great time. Also, taking your kids to school on the golf cart's a great experience, and taking them and picking them up on the golf cart, just a different feel than taking the bus or getting picked up in the car. It's just a different lifestyle. It's warm, you're getting outside, you're active. Really, really great place to live. Which leads me into, if you don't like the state you're living in, it's a new year, why don't you try a new state like South Carolina? We were living in Buffalo, New York, like I was saying, didn't like it anymore, didn't like what it had to offer for our family. We ended up moving down here, taking the plunge, even though, so what's going to happen a lot is people are not going to understand your decision. They're going to get sad from your decision. You're going to get pushback when you tell people you get pushback a lot when you tell people you're going to do something different, especially moving. you're going to get a lot of pushback. People are going to say, why are you doing that? Because they're not doing it. But you have to make the best decision for you, your family, or if you're in retirement, you want to get out of the cold weather. Make the best decision for you, your family, your retirement, and take the plunge. South Carolina is a great place to live. They're doing so much building. They're bringing so much to the area. Summerville is much more affordable than other areas near the Charleston area. And it's a great place to get started down here in the Summerville area because of everything that I mentioned, the lifestyle, the weather, things to do, the golf cart community, the low property taxes, a lot of great reasons to consider Summerville, South Carolina. So if you are considering, if you don't like the state you're living in, you're considering looking at certain areas, why not look at the Summerville, South Carolina and surrounding areas? And give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We will have a no pressure conversation. I'm not a pushy salesman. My goal is to help people open their minds. You can move. I'm living proof that you can do that. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to have a quick conversation with you and just see if this is the right area. I've helped countless families, countless retirees move down here, and they love it. They love living down here. It has so much to offer, and it's a great place to raise a family. It's a great place to retire by the beaches. I didn't even talk about the beaches that much. There's great beaches around here that you can get to from the Summerville area in less than 45 minutes. Especially on the weekend, you can get there even quicker when there's not a ton of traffic. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to have a conversation with you, and keep it real, y'all.